Hi, it's Rachel with Mary again, and today she and I are going to go over how to meet new people and shake. Now, shake is usually, seen as just a little trick, for the dogs to do, and it's a good crowd pleaser, but might not be that practical. However, I want to tell you how we can use shake as a way for Mary to meet new people so she doesn't jump up. I know that a lot of times, she gets excited when she sees a person, or, whether it's a new person or someone that she knows and is super happy to see, and jumps up. And since she's a big dog and a tall dog, she can kind of nail us right up here, which we want to be careful of. So in addition to teaching Mary off, it's important to teach her, the proper way to meet new people. So when you have Mary out on a walk, it's really good to teach her to, whenever she sees a new person or a new dog that she wants to meet, to have her sit. That way, instead of her immediately, charging and trying to run up to them or rush them, you'll know that she wants to see them if she sits quietly and politely. Now, if she doesn't sit, then she doesn't get to meet that person. And that can be really helpful. And, to discourage their jumping up, dogs jump up because they want attention. So if she doesn't get attention when she's out of control and jumping and super excited, then she'll start to learn that's not an effective way to get it. If she sits quietly, that's when a person is allowed to go up and say hello to her and give her some affection. So after a while, that will become her automatic response whenever she meets a new person or a new dog as well. Now, for shake, I really like to use it in preparation for her meeting new people, because it's really great if Mary sees someone she wants to meet. You have her sit, or she sits on her own and she's calm, then the person can approach. Now, hopefully they will ask you first if they can pet her, and you can just say, yes, you were working on meeting new people, she knows how to shake. So they can go up and ask her to shake, and then Mary can get her attention and affection from that. And it's a real crowd pleaser. The people will love it, and they can get down and interact with Mary like that. Also, it helps prevent the jumping. So not only does she need to be sitting for the shake, which kind of reinforces that she is supposed to sit when she meets new people, but also it's a lot harder for her to jump up if she's sitting down and has a foot off the ground. So that will just teach her appropriate ways to meet people. So in addition to just working on the jumping in general, telling her off, making sure she really knows that command, she will learn that it's not necessary because she has a new way to meet people. So that's how she should behave whenever she meets new people. So whether you're doing heeling or loose leash walking, it's a good idea to have her sit whenever you stop. That way, if you're at a traffic light, she's not pulling you into the street or anything like that. Or if you're passing a group of people, you want to stop and talk, have her sit so she's not pulling around. That puts you in charge of the walk and not her. Now, with loose leash walking, they aren't necessarily right by your heel like they are in a heel, but when you have her sit, it's a good idea to call her back and bring her at least somewhat close to you so she's not out at the end of her leash like that, because it can be a lot harder to control her there. So, Mary and I are going to start off with the basics of shake, and like I said, it's just really great. Hopefully she won't jump if she is sitting down and has a foot off the ground. So we start from a sit. Come here. Good girl, sit. Good, sit. Okay, so she's very excited about this treat. With a big dog like her that's super food motivated, make sure you watch your fingers. I would suggest putting the treat kind of between your thumb and forefinger like that, so she can see it right there, but she can't quite get her teeth onto it, so it will kind of discourage her from chomping at it. Now, to do the shake, you do a crisscross motion with your hands. So if I wanted her to lift up this paw, being her right paw, what I do is I put the treat in my left hand, and I crisscross my hands like that. So I'm using the treat to bait her back and over to my right, to her left. So that way it takes her head and it tilts her over so she brings the weight off of this right paw. Then with my hands crossed like that, I take my right hand and I just tap behind her foot where that little knob is. I just tap and tell her to shake. Now with the weight coming off of that foot and with the tapping, the idea is that she'll lift it up on her own and I can grab it, shake it, and tell her good shake. And then once I have her paw and we are shaking, that's when I actually release the treat to her. So that's the theory, that's the explanation of what I'm going to be doing down here with her. So let's see how well she responds to it. Come here, Mary. Mary. Good girl. Sit. Good, sit. Okay, so I'm down on her level. Crisscross. Shake. Good shake, Mary. Good shake. Good girl. Okay, so she lifted up her foot there pretty readily, which is good. We'll do this again. And she definitely is going for that treat, so make sure it's protected in your hand. I wouldn't hold it out by fingertips like that because that's easy to chomp. Oops. Drop that one. That's a freebie. Mary, shake. 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 Good shake, Mary. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so right now she is definitely lifting up a lot of the weight off of this foot, but she's not completely lifting up on her own, which that's normal. So after a little bit of tapping in this early stage, I just pick up the foot on my own, and I shake and reward her for a good shake. Eventually you want to get to the point where you just tap and she actually lifts it up and presents it forth on her own. And of course the end game is just you telling her to shake and she'll lift it up for you. No, Mary. Mary, come on. There you go. Alright, now we're going to try this again with her other foot. It's a good idea to practice shaking with both paws for her. Mary, come here. Good girl. And also some dogs seem to have a foot preference, just like we're right-handed or left-handed usually. It's sometimes easier for them in one way. Shake. Shake. Good shake, Mary. Good shake. So Mary doesn't offer any resistance to me picking up that foot, which is really good. I'm just kind of tapping it and it really easily just comes forward. So she isn't offering it up to me on her own, but she is not fighting at all, which, I mean, we've only practiced shake 3 times now. No, Mary. Come here. No. Mary, sit. Sit. Mary, sit. Come here. Sit. 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 Mary, sit. Sit. Come on, you know how to sit. Mary. Sit. Come on. Come here. Sit, Mary. Mary, come on. Sit. Come here. Mary, hey. Okay, so she had a couple people come by and a new dog, so that really threw her off. Mary, come here. Sit. Good girl, sit. Mary. Mary, hey. Good girl, come on, sit. There you go, good sit. Good girl. Good girl. So that was kind of like a simulation of meeting new people and meeting new dogs. And when she sees them, we want her to sit first. And it was really hard to get her attention there. It wasn't until they were out of sight for a while that I was kind of able to calm her down and even get her to look at me. Or listen to her sit command. Now I know that she knows how to do it. She's proven that to me. So I think we definitely need to work on meeting new people and new dogs with her so that you can at least get her attention there. So let's practice the shake a little bit more now that those distractions are out of the way. Alright, I'm going to try on her left foot again. So treat in my right hand and crisscross. Mary, shake. Good shake. Good girl. Good shake, Mary. Good job. Mary, sit. Good sit. Shake. Good shake. Good shake. Now, she's very quick. She's really going after that treat. And so it seems like her paw is almost coming up automatically as she kind of really bounces to the side. But that's okay. As long as she's getting it up, we can condition that response so that she does it on her own and starts to associate it with the command. Good girl. Shake. Good shake. Good shake, Mary. What's good about her is she really does have the weight off of that foot, and so even with the tapping it, she kind of lets it hang. A lot of dogs, they will just move their foot to get away from your tapping and set it right back down. If you tap it, you can gradually bring it up and up. If at all possible, we want to avoid picking it up all the time for her because we want her to do the action herself. We don't want to just do it for her because she'll know that she just has to wait it out until we do it for her and then she's off the hook. But like I said, since we're just starting out with her, it's okay to do it